Hello everyone, my name is Masha Nuts and today I'm going to show you my bracelet collection updated for July 2019. So you guys seem to love my previous bracelet collection video, and even though I do monthly wrap-ups every single month showing you all the bracelets that I've done throughout the month, I thought that I'd start doing bracelet collection videos every sort of 6 months or so, just so you know people who don't watch my videos that regularly can still get to see all the bracelets that I've created. So today I'm going to be showing you some of the bracelets that I have created since the last time I did my bracelet collection video, but this is not all of the bracelets that I've created because some of the bracelets I've given away as gifts, some of them have been given away to different competition winners, which by the way, a competition is still running at the moment and you can check my community posts on my YouTube channel to learn more about that. And also some of the bracelets that I've made have gone to my Patreon supporters, which if you also want to become a Patreon, there's a link in the description to do that. So some of these bracelets were made by me just for fun, some of these bracelets were made for tutorials. In any case, I'm going to assign each of the bracelets that I'm showing you a number, and then in the description you can find all of the patterns for the bracelets, and if a video tutorial exists I will also be linking it there. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with this one today. This is just a regular chevron. I didn't even do any special ties, I just did the most basic loop and I did just braided ties at the end of this. I don't usually do chevrons anymore, it's just not something that I find that enjoyable. I prefer to do more complicated patterns now that I know how to do them. But I did make this one for a video tutorial on how to make chevrons. Because I think that this is a really good beginner bracelet to start with, I thought that a tutorial for it would be a really good idea. So that's what I did. We also have this chevron that I also made recently. However, this one is a little bit special. I started making this bracelet in about 2009 and you can see that the bracelet is very stretchy, it's very loose. You can see sort of gaps between the knots as well. You can see that I didn't do any sort of tie situation, I just knotted the strings together and started making the bracelet. This is because when I started my bracelet, this was how I used to do them. And then I sort of stopped making the bracelet around here and I left it for literally 10 years. I picked it back up about a month ago or so and I decided to finish it and see how different it would look. And it does look quite different in my opinion. You can see here all the knots are really stretched out, here they just aren't, because nowadays I do make my knots much tighter. That's just a thing that happened, I just make my knots tighter now. So you can really see that there is a big difference here in terms of how I make my bracelets now. And I did triangle ends here and twisted ties to finish off the bracelet. And I did film the entire process of this. I also have two other bracelets like that. We have the heart bracelet, which I also started around the same time I started that one, and you can see this one's also pretty stretchy and has multiple mistakes. And then I finished it at the same time I finished that one. So yeah, this one was also included in that video, and also this one as well is something I did for that video where I finished off my old bracelets. This one I think you can really see how the knots were just not tied tightly at all, and now I tie them so tightly that I literally just can't pull them apart. I don't know, I find that kind of funny. This is a bracelet that I did for a tutorial as well. I really like the color combination, I think it's really cool. I always like these sort of chill tones and I think these ones are really nice. And then I also made another one with the same pattern. This one was for a random colors challenge. I did a challenge where I randomized a bunch of colors and I made a bracelet with them. And originally I thought that the colors turned out pretty bad because the yellow and the bright pink sort of don't really match with the other two pastel colors. But in the end I think the bracelet turned out really cute and I really like it. These patterns are just ever so slightly different. This one has a little bit more knots inside. You can see that in the center there's like 4 different knots, and then in the center there's just one single dot. So it is a slightly different pattern, but it's nearly the same pattern, so I'm just gonna blop it into the same category. This bracelet was one that I did and I loved very much. This one is actually the second time that I followed this pattern. I did another bracelet like this with green and blue, and I gave that one away to a friend of mine. But I really love this bracelet, I think it's super cute. I really love the gradient that I came up with here. It's super beautiful in my opinion. I just really love gradients. Like, people ask me what sort of color combinations are my favorite all the time, and I just say that gradients always. This is also one of the first bracelets that I ever tried the straight edges technique with, and I think it worked out pretty good here. I'm even considering making more of these because I love this pattern so much. It's super cool. This one is the only alpha that I have made in a while. I haven't really been in the mood to make alphas recently, and now I am getting more into them, but I've realized that I'm not that good at them as I thought I was, so I'm sort of trying to teach myself a little bit more techniques of how to make them and get a little bit better before I start filming videos about them, because I don't quite feel comfortable enough yet to share my alpha technique because I just don't think I'm good enough right now. But this is an alpha that I made, and I really do enjoy. I did try sort of an alpha straight edges technique here as well, and I will do a video on it at some point, but the basic technique is that on the right side you do forward backward knots on each of the edges, and on the left side you do backward forward knots for the edges. And again, if you do want a more visual tutorial on that, that is coming at some point later on. But yeah, I did a color changing string for this one. This one is by DMC. I unfortunately don't remember the specific color code, but I'm pretty sure that if you just find DMC multicolored threads, you'll be able to find any type of multicolored threads that you want, including this one. So yeah, I just thought that this little bracelet was super cute and I really enjoy it. Fun fact, by the way, when I posted this to Instagram, I used hashtag dog or something like that, and I got commercial comments saying like, oh, such a cute dog you've got there, do you want to try out our product? And I'm like, it's not a dog. They spam post that on everything under like hashtag dog or hashtag pug or something, but I don't know, I just found that kind of funny. This one, I don't actually remember, maybe I showed you this one in the previous one. Sorry, I didn't actually watch the previous one before I came into this one, but this one was definitely a challenge. This is the thickest normal bracelet I have ever done, and I love it. I love the color combination. I think the colors are also sort of a gradient if you really look into it. And I really enjoyed it. It wasn't that difficult to make, actually. I did a video on this as well. This one is a knot with me, so you can watch me knot it if you want to. But I don't think this one was too difficult to make. The only sort of challenge with it is its thickness. It's just big. The pattern itself wasn't difficult, if you know what I mean. But I definitely really enjoyed this one. I really love it. The only thing that I wish it was, it just sort of, I don't know, I think there's a sort of threshold where bracelets just become too thick and sort of it just looks like a short bracelet. Even though this is the normal bracelet length, it just looks short. I don't know, but I like it regardless. This one is a really cute bracelet. I've actually been meaning to make more of these, just haven't really gotten around to it. There's just so much that I want to make that I just haven't gotten around to it. But this one was quite a popular video actually as well. I think you guys really enjoyed it as well. I also made a tutorial on this and I really loved it. I love the fact that with this bracelet you can sort of reshuffle all the colors with each individual circle. So you have the same color combination, but you can like reshuffle all the colors and make a unique circle for each point. And I really enjoy it. I think it's a really, really cute bracelet. And the other side looks pretty cool as well. This is a bracelet that I really enjoy as well. This uses the same color changing string that was in the dog pattern previously. This is also the first bracelet that I ever tried crimp ends with, and I also have a tutorial on how to add these. I don't know, I feel like it's really simple. It's sort of a simple, should I say Celtic design? Is that what it is? Just like these waves. It's just a simple wave. It's just a very simple pattern, but it's so cool. Like, I find it mesmerizing. I don't know. I made another one of these. I actually started making it. I haven't finished it yet. But I started making another one of these because I just really enjoyed the pattern. And yeah, I just really enjoyed the pattern. I don't know. It's just mesmerizing. It's like a wave. This is a cute little pattern that I did. I think the triangle ends for it turned out pretty cool as well. On either side. I don't know, I just really like how the colours look with the triangle ends. Yeah, I don't really have that much to say about it. This just is a really cool and pretty simple pattern to segment knot as well. This one wasn't that difficult to make. I think I finished it pretty quickly, just a couple of hours. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. This one was a bracelet that I did for Pride Month, and I did a tutorial on it as well. This is a technique that I thought I came up with when I came up with it. I mean, I did come up with it, I guess. I completely thought it up myself, but then once I did, I realized that it was actually a pretty common technique that people used and it's not just my original creation. I did a tutorial on this, and I also did sort of half triangle ends on both sides of this bracelet, because instead of going into just a full triangle, I just did one side of it. And again, I did a tutorial on it, so you can watch if you want to. But yeah, I definitely really like this bracelet. I think it looks pretty unique. You can wear it like this, or you can sort of straighten out the links as well and sort of wear it straight like that. But I think I prefer the look of it when it's a little bit zigzagged, just because it gives it a unique effect in my opinion. But yeah, I definitely really love this bracelet. and I think it's really cute. This one is a bracelet that I started making on a plane on my long haul flight, and I especially like the loop in this one. As you might have guessed, I used color changing string in this, and this one is also by DMC, and I love how the loop has sort of all the pastel colors in it. I think the loop looks really cool. And then inside I sort of also, all of the shapes are with this same thread, and I especially love using color changing thread in sort of patterns like these, which have a sort of unique shape in the center. And I love to see how all the different shapes look different because of the different color combinations within the same string. So yeah, I really enjoyed making this bracelet. I had a pretty hard time picking out the color combination for this one. I debated for a long time whether I should make the grey the background or the outline, or the white the background or the outline. And I settled on making the grey the background and the white the outline. But I did think about that for a while, so I don't know. Let me know how you think it turned out. I did a triangle ends for this one as well. Okay, this guy you guys absolutely loved. I think this for a while was like my most popular post on Instagram. And I did a double colored loop here, for which I also have a tutorial. And I do have a tutorial for the bracelet as well if you want to make it. This is extremely simple to make. Like, it looks very complicated, doesn't it? And I think it looks really beautiful. But it is extremely simple to make. It's literally just a chevron, but with a little bit of a twist. So yeah, I really definitely enjoyed this. I think the color combination turned out pretty cool as well. I love the gradient. As I said, I love gradients, any type of gradients. I loved it so much that I did another bracelet of the same pattern, and this is the one that I used for the tutorial. And I also love this gradient as well. I think the brown and the teal sort of colors look pretty cute together as well. Where this one is sort of vibrant and like in your face. This one is very chill. And I like that. I like it a lot. And I also like the teardrop loops for both of them. And again, I did triangle ends and twisted ties as per usual. This pattern is one that you guys actually chose for me to make. As you may or may not know, in my monthly wrap-ups, I always have a voting where you guys can vote for some of the bracelets that I make in the next month. And this is one of those patterns. You guys wanted me to make it, so I did. And I really enjoyed it. This one is a little bit on the thicker side, and I really enjoy thicker bracelets. I think they're really cool, and I absolutely love the pattern. I don't know, I didn't even change the colour combination. Usually I do when I look at the pattern and I see the different colours. I usually change the colour combination because I feel like choosing colours is also a very cool way of expressing your creativity. But I loved the colours in the original pattern so much that I just chose the colours that I have that are closest to it, and I decided to recreate it as much as I could. And I'm really happy with it. And also I love how the triangle ends turn out. I always love to see how the colours look on the triangle ends when they finish. So yeah, I really enjoyed this, and this is one of my favourite bracelets I've made, so it's pretty cool. This is a bracelet that I made just for fun, and I used a colour changing string for the middle as well. This one again is DMC. Most of the colour changing string that I use is DMC, some of them aren't, but if you're ever wondering what sort of string I'm using, on my Instagram I always try to reference the string that I'm using, so you can always check it out. But yeah, this one is definitely DMC, and again, as with all the colour changing threads that I use, that's why I love to use it so much. Like I feel like a lot of people are scared to use it because they think the bracelets will turn out looking weird or unpredictable, but that is what I like about it. I like the unpredictability. I like that I have this one just pretty simple shape in the center, and I don't know what it's going to look like, and every single time I make that shape I'm curious, like, oh, what is this time it's going to look like, what is it going to look like next time? And every single time it surprises me. Each shape looks unique, and that's why I love color changing string so much. I love that unpredictability. I would definitely try to use it if you were scared to use it, and because of that. So yeah, I just really enjoyed this bracelet. This one was just made for fun, and yeah, I just really like it. Next one again is also with color changing string. Yeah, I love it. I really do. This color changing string goes from sort of red to yellow to green, then to brown. And I don't usually use these color combinations. I very rarely go into deep greens and deep browns. That is not something that I usually do. I don't know, I just don't, it's not my style. Earthly tones, I think they look really beautiful, but that's just not my style. So this color combination was definitely a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I really wanted to use this string because I thought it was really beautiful, and so I worked hard to try and find a pattern that I think would work well for it. And I think I did well. I think this pattern looks pretty cool with this color combination. And again, it's the same thing that I said with all the other ones. I think that every single time I make one of these little things, I was always wondering, oh, what's it gonna look like this time? So it kept me going and it kept me really interested in the bracelet. And up until the end, I wish I could have made more, but the bracelet sort of finished already. It only took 4 of these to get to the end of the bracelet. So yeah, I really enjoyed this bracelet. I think this one is actually my most popular Instagram post now. I don't know, I haven't checked for a while, but You guys definitely enjoyed this one pretty much as I did, I guess. And here we've got this one. This is called the Starry Night bracelet. This one doesn't have a pattern, but I did make a tutorial on it if you want to check it out. And this one uses a bunch of metallic string, which I don't usually use because metallic string is a little bit more difficult to work with and is also really, really scratchy when you wear it. Like, you can probably hear that. But the string is very scratchy to wear and annoying to work with. But I do think that it turned out really, really beautiful here. I love how metallic string looks. I think it looks really shiny and bright and really cool. And yeah, I really enjoyed making this bracelet, so much so that I'm actually making another one now. I wasn't going to show this because I haven't finished it yet, but since we're talking about the Starry Night bracelet and metallic threads, I thought I would. This is the same bracelet, but I sort of doubled it, so I sort of connected two bracelets together essentially. And this time I'm going with a white background, and I'm still using metallic strings, but this time I went with a different color combination. And I really love how it's turning out, and I can't wait to finish it. So there you guys have it. These are all the bracelets that I currently have since I last made a bracelet update. I'm now going to show you a couple of pictures of bracelets that I've made in that time that I don't have with me right now. And there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it maybe inspired you to create something as well. As I mentioned previously, all of the patterns and tutorials, if I have them, are linked down in the description, so you can make these bracelets for yourself if you want to. And I do hope that you guys get into the creative zone and sort of start creating bracelets as well. If you do make anything based on any of my videos, it doesn't have to be a tutorial. I always love to see your guys' creations over on Instagram, so don't forget to tag me in a post when you make something. And as I did mention previously, my videos are made possible by the support of my patrons. They allow me to focus my time on making these, and for certain tiers I do send out friendship bracelets as rewards as well. So if you guys want to become a patron, there is a link in the description. And I do want to thank my current top supporters, who are Sunshine, Tia, Izzy and Lisa. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I post video every Wednesday and Sunday, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye!